Okay, can anybody hear me now? Okay, good. It was hard making that switch from one phone to the other, and I'd had my volume off. So I hope I have enough space on mine to last for 15 minutes or so. But we'll be finishing this up in about 15 minutes. Okay, we haven't said lately that this is being sponsored by Oklahoma Art Guild, of which my dad has been a member since the late 50s. And I can remember going in the late 50s to see some of my favorite artists demonstrate. And we're going to be painting here about 15 more minutes. I was telling him that I've seen visitors here this evening from some of our friends from Washington to Florida, so just all across the United States. And thank you so much for watching. I know he's going to enjoy looking at your comments after this is all over. You've served as an inspiration for a lot of people. They're letting you know. I'm Elizabeth Hahn from New Mexico. So all places in between both coasts too. Oh, cool. You're on the Purcell alumni page too. Oh, hi, Amber. I'll see if I can figure out how to get this posted, the second or the last quarter or the last third of this posted from my Facebook page over to his, so that you'll be able to see both parts at his Facebook page if you want to see any of it again. Hi, Tracy. Dad, we have someone asking what's your favorite type of paint to use and what's your favorite color. Just anything that you'd like to share about your paint. Color, type, anything about it.
This is all in a second coat.
Right. Well, he's saying that he likes to, he's putting on 2 coats. He said all of this is probably going to need a second coat. He started out with this kind of a neutral background, but he likes that neutral gray, and he'll probably let some of that show through. Even if he ends up putting another gray on there, he'll let part of that former background show through. Thanks, Karen. You have a favorite color?
Probably red.
I was thinking that. That's one of mine, but I was just looking around your studio, and I thought, wow, I see so much red in here. I was thinking that that might be one of your favorites.
We're gonna see the spots here and here red.
Okay. Somebody's probably going to do that lower left quadrant in red, and then the little spot between the feathers red. We are, yeah, dragon red. Go dragons. We are at Bert's home studio, and so that's why we just had the doorbell ring, if you're wondering about that sound. And the doorbell rang, so I had Bonnie and Kathy both take care of that. I was thinking about just picking up the whole tripod and putting it like this to show some of the red and the paintings. I'm going to see if I can move this whole tripod without upsetting everything we've done, and they can see some of these other paintings that are in progress and some that are finished, and how much red is in here.
That's good.
Okay, somebody asked about your tattoo, and that is a sailor girl, because he was in the Navy. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to wrap this up in about 5 minutes. So whatever you do, go ahead and just keep painting.
mess-up is nothing compared to some of the mess-up he's had for sure. Like dropping his ink all over his people one time.
Yeah. My mom was just commenting that this little technical mess up that we had today with filling up one phone and needing to go to another doesn't compare with a lot of things that have happened in real life over the years too, like spilling ink all over the piece he was working on in person. He was doing a demo on, what was that called? Creative Crafts they used to have back in around the early 60s, I guess. And the host on that show, you work flat on watercolor, which is what he was doing right then. And the host picked it up, and of course it all started running down. They couldn't get it down quickly enough. So he has had some funny things happen. Again, let me thank Oklahoma Art Guild for hosting this and presenting this, asking him to be one of their, I guess this is probably the first demo since we had the isolation. And I know it was important in my life watching a lot of the demos that I got to see even as a little girl. But he has been a member since the late 50s. And then we were talking about earlier, he's been a painter since...
Little boy.
Yes, been an artist his whole life since he was a little boy. And he will be 89 in July. He has lots of different paints and buckets of water and all down at his feet, but he also has a big bucket of cracked corn because right outside his window, the ducks come up here all the time, and so they're almost tame, but they'll come up here, and so he walks out there and gives them all a bunch. They'll come up to the front door and wait for him, and he gives them cracked corn every day. So that a tub of that's down here by his water and paint. Okay, if you had just all the time in the world now to paint with an audience, so what are you going to do next? What would you want to tell us that you want to do next? Do you know what kind of plans? What plans do you have for it?
What kind of paint?
What kind of plans do you have for your piece?
Well, I could do the color of this and this color here. And then, of course, go over everything. And I would use another color on some of the face in here, give it more of a little reddish look.
Where do you get cracked corn?
Tell them where they get cracked corn. Where do you get cracked corn?
Yeah, okay, we have somebody who knows where to get cracked corn. We get it at the feed store on Rockwell. And
Bethany Country Store.
Yeah, Bethany Country Store. It's a feed store. We got seed for our garden there too. They're really nice there. But you can get bulk.
You got a 50-pound bag.
We got a big 50-pound bag of it, and then he keeps it in small cans by his art supplies.
How much time do we have?
Probably, let me look at the time real quick. Yeah, we've been going, I mean, we were probably down about 7 minutes or something, and they say that they like you to be on 45 minutes is really good. That way we know we're not going to run over. So, unless there's just something you're really dying to do, we probably ought to just... So, and they'll be able to see this later after the gallery at 50 Penn Place Art Gallery next to Full Circle Bookstore in Oklahoma City should have this up whenever we open again. So you can watch that. They have a Facebook page and you can watch that. And then I'm sure that here at, you're on my Connie's page now, but on Bert's Facebook page, I'm sure he'll have it posted whenever he's finished too, because he's pretty good about posting his paintings whenever he finishes them. Any last question? Is someone dying to know something?
Is this piece for sale when completed?
Is this piece for sale?
It's rare that something would not be for sale. I mean, once in a while there's something that's just for my mom or something like that, but yeah, they are generally for sale. He's made his living that way for several decades, and this is a 36 by 36 square canvas, wrapped gallery edges. So I mean, it doesn't even have to be framed. It'll be all ready to go here pretty soon.
Books too. Is he asking? Somebody's asking about books.
His books, you can see if you will just message him, or you can email him. Email would be a lot better at Bert Seabourn, BertSeabourn at gmail.com. Is that what his is too? I'll tell you.
I don't remember.
Daddy, use Seabourn Art. Okay. He's using for the Seabourn Art, SEABOURN Art, ART, at gmail.com. If you'll just send your address there, and he'll send you his address so that you'll know where to send the check. And those books are going out about twice a week. He takes an order up to the post office and gets those sent out. So if you're interested, it's a 78 page book with 75 images, and you can get a glimpse of that on his Facebook page too.
Price
is $20, and that includes the shipping, so just $20. 75 pages of color images, and it'll be signed. Okay, you wanna? Yeah, we're out of time. It's been about 45 minutes. So you want to do a close-up of this?
There we go.
Okay. Get a good one at Daddy too.
And there's the artist who has been at work.
And thank you for being with us at our first attempts at doing a live demo.